We are your source for the latest sports news, on and off the field.
Who's got it better than that? Let's go!
It's been about a week now since the Boston Celtics decided to part ways with the five-time All-Star and NBA Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. Now, this dude was one half of the best backcourts in basketball. And not only do you trade him to the Sixers, a team that knocked you out the playoffs. And the return was so minimum. You know what I mean? It was minimum. You were supposed to get a king ransom for that dude. And all you got was Paul George. That's some future picks. 2 firsts in 28. I think it was like 2 seconds in 30. You know, nothing against Paul George. But I mean, you know, he old school. He a classic man. You know what I mean? His best years behind him. That's why, you know, people are so baffled they can't understand how this happened. You know what I mean? It got to be something internal. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. It's feeling real internal. You know what I mean? That's the only way players get cut for the most part. It's either your performance, you're not performing, or you know you can't come to terms on the money. You know what I mean? Or front office issues. You know, maybe they don't rock with him like that. You know what I mean? He can be controversial to some people in certain stances he take, which is, you know, I think be real stances that more people need to take. But to trade him for Paul George, man, at this point of Paul George's career, Paul George was like 36, 37, somewhere around there. I ain't sure, but I know he one of them. And Jaylen, 29, maybe going on 30, man, and still playing at the level he playing at. It just, you know, it just don't make sense, man. It's crazy. I'm wondering what role Jason Tatum played in this, because I know they discussed it with him, you know, before they made this happen. I mean, that's the face of the franchise. So, you know, if he didn't sign off on it, that wasn't going down. So I wonder what role he played in that and how instrumental he was into them deciding to, you know, trade him for basically nothing. And why would he really approve it for real? You know, they both played well together. I don't know if they had personal issues. Maybe they had some conflicts or some differences that people don't know about or didn't see. You know, but either way, I think it was a bad decision. Matter of fact, I don't think it was a horrible decision. Might be one of the worst trades of the decade. So we'll see. Let's see what Kendrick Perkins had to say about all this. You know, Big Kendrick real opinionated, and he was on ESPN talking about this trade and being a former Celtic. You know how he felt about it.
Any hope next year?
Hope to do what?
Make a playoffs.
Just make it to. Yeah, they'll make it to. They will make it to the playoffs, but. Listen, it's not about just making it to the playoffs. When you talk about the Boston Celtics, when we're talking about the city of champions, it's always about winning it all. It's all about the expectations. It's all about win championships or bust. It's no in between. It's no gray area. And again, if you're going to make a move, it definitely has to be Beyonce vibes. You have to upgrade me. This is not an upgrade. No one in Boston is happy about this. And as a former Celtic, I must sit up here and say that with this move, Brad Stevens, his legacy took a hit.
So you heard Big Perk. You know, he pretty much shared the same sentiments as everyone else. Once again, not only do you trade him, you send him to the ops. Same team that knocked you out the playoffs. You just helped make them better. Why you got worse? I don't know if Brad Stevens gonna win an Executive of the Year award after that move. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell so you get notified every time we drop new videos, all right? And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.